Hello and welcome to MB Tech. My name is Matt Bingham, and today I wanted to go back, I guess maybe take a step back into what Katello is and what it's used for. One of my close colleagues asked me, what really is the benefit, or what can I see that this product could actually do. So maybe I didn't do it really good justice in the very beginning with the introduction that I did and how to set it up. So I'm just going to go over an actual overview so that once you finish setting up a Katello server, this is what you could do. I did not get into the Puppet, or I will not get into the Puppet yet, or possibly Ansible for some more configuration stuff. But basically this is Katello, which runs Foreman, Pulp, and Candlepin. Foreman is the provisioning of new clients. Pulp is the patch and content package repository management. Candlepin is a subscription and entitlement management section of that. Puppet, obviously, as I mentioned, is your configuration management. But you could also do, as I mentioned, Ansible. And then Katello is actually the workflow or the web user interface for the content, which is Pulp, and subscription, which is a Candlepin there. So I hope that gives you a little bit higher level, or maybe a little bit more information of what it is. Basically, it does replace the Satellite 5 server or the old open source Spacewalk. It's just a newer version, and you can do a little bit more things with it. So that's just a good overview of it. And now I'm basically just going to go in and show you, some of the benefits of it through the Katello GUI, and then from the Katello GUI, we're going to rebuild a server and to show you that once you get it set up, it's pretty nice to have, and it's pretty easy to blow away a system, reset it up, and get it up and running with fairly no downtime. It's hard and complicated in the very beginning to get it set up, but once it's set up, it's really good. So first off, we're going to log into the Katello interface. And then from here, from the previous videos, actually you can see like the content where we had products. It will all be matching to what I've done so far in the videos. But like I said, this is for my own lab. So organization's MB Tech, and Bing Lab is the name of it. Now from there, if we actually go to host and show all host, we've got the Katello server, and then there's 3 servers that I've built out since. But what I wanted to show you though is once you get in here, you can look at the server itself, and you can see different properties on it. Tells you the status, build, it's been installed, no changes. Last time it was built was 9 minutes ago. All the information that I think is really kind of interesting about the server itself. So here what we're going to do is this server's already been built, but say we have some corruption, there's something wrong, and we've got the source code that can do the application side of it. We just need to rebuild the box. It could be a virtual box, it could be a physical box, it could be pretty much anything. It could be VM and VMware. So what you do here is once you've established it or set it up, and I'll kind of show you the insides of that. Here's some of your parameters that you have for it. You've got your host, your operating system, your interfaces, Puppet classes, which we haven't done any Puppet modules yet. So basically, once you get your system set up, or your main Katello system set up, it's quite easy to reset your systems and get them back to a plain Jane state. So let's start. We're going to go to server 1, and from server 1 we're actually going to say here, we're going to say build. So basically what this does is it's going to enable the Pixie boot, and once the Pixie boot hits up, it's going to hit the DHCP server. The DHCP server is going to say, hey, I know that MAC address, you get this IP address, and hey, you need to go to the Katello server to figure out what you need configuration wise to be installed. So we've already told it we want it to be CentOS 7. We've already told it all this other information on the Katello server itself on what it needs to be done for that to boot up properly. What we're going to do is we're going to go into that actual host, and we're going to select build. And select the build icon. And now if we see there's a status of warning and it's pending installation and there's no reports, which makes sense. So we've got that part of it. Now the biggest thing is you need to go back to your virtual environment, whether it's VirtualBox, VM, physical box, and stuff like that. And you need to reboot the server. So we're on server 1 here, and we're going to say reset, or reset on that. And then since we are running in VirtualBox, you'll do a remote desktop port to the actual box itself. So here's the looking at the box, and it will go through the kickstart that it received from the Katello server. And it will be doing an automatic build with the information that was given in the kickstart file. You're pretty much done here. It's an autopilot, you know, kick back, let it do its thing, and then it'll come right back up to the server with the proper configuration and the setups and the settings that you created for it. Okay, server's been completely built. We're able to log in. I can actually SSH into it now. Everything's configured and ready to go. That concludes this side of it. We can actually go back to the Katello server, and we can see that now if we go to all host, server 1's all green. Status is okay. It is now in the installed state. Configuration, there's no changes. Now if you create a configuration change, it'll let you know that there's been changes. You can see what those changes are. So to me, it's just a real good product to know what's going on with your system, what's going on with your environment. You know, if you need something rebuilt, you can rebuild it, as long as you've got the tools and stuff like that to, you know, for the applications that you want to build on there. Like if you want a web server, you can create a web template that'll create your web servers, or a MySQL server, or a monitoring server and stuff like that, which I will get into, but I just wanted to give you guys a good summary overview of what it is, what it looks like when it's, you know, pretty much finished, and how it can be useful to your environment. Thank you for watching MB Tech. Please like, subscribe, come back with any questions. I'll try to answer everything that I can. Next step is eventually, once we get all the hosts and stuff like that, you know, are we going to go to Ansible or Puppet, or maybe a combination of both Puppet and Ansible? But we'll get there soon. Again, thank you. Have a good night.